The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass. Yeah. There he goes, left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That is caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 18. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time. And leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Richardson. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, Richardson. And the Raiders have got him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Richardson looking to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense, and they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Richardson on 4th down. Pass for 20. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They covered a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Now Richardson back to throw it. Got a man. It's Pittman. And he pulls it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy, but let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. That and exceed it in this game.
Here we go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. They push him back 8 yards and time on 2nd down. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They're going to look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you can see they'll be the AFC South representative, but for the moment at least, they'd still need to host a wild card game in that first week. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for the secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? There's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments and that brings up fourth. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
10-7 our score after one right here on the Ace. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now it's Richardson. And he's got Pierce. Touchdown Colts. Alec Pierce, 32 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. So out come the Raiders. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
To throw is Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And out. Fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards. Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try.
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31. This pass left side to Downs. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Touchdown! Josh Downs. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
21.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. All eyes on Anthony Richardson as he brings the Colts offense back out there. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Let's go now.
Here's Richardson on 1st down. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
12, fellas, here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. McKenzie now to return it, and he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
He's caught Michael Pittman with it. A heavy taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
The crossing route, he finds Pittman.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Back to the air with Richardson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer.
Garoppolo hustling them back to the line now.
And now an audible here into something else.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they can still come away with points here in the late going.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
This pass caught. It's Woods.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already schooled.
Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A great effort there.
in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Anthony Richardson and the offense back out. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Richardson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Long. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attack?
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, Richardson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. To return is McKenzie. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mustang 19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That complete to Downs. And they're going to speed things up here. Richardson now on 2nd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. And Richardson yet again. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Let's go now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Richardson looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Now Richardson back to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And Richardson looks to throw once more. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. Touchdown Colts! Isaiah McKenzie from 6 yards away. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this one too low.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 10.
Kevin Pirates, Kevin Pirates.
Richardson looking to throw this. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Richardson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Again, it's Richardson. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Now it's Richardson. He's caught Michael Pittman with it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This pass left side to Downs. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Quick throw completed by Richardson. So no gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From his end zone, Garoppolo on 3rd and long. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Back now here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. Here's Jacobs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Garoppolo.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down, a sack back at the 16-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Richardson off the play fake.
And he's got Pierce. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. They go play action with Richardson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Go ahead.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action. Now Richardson. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
And they'll hand off to Hull.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown!
Jonathan Taylor taking it in. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Kwity Paye in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's right at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Garoppolo under pressure, and they got to him again. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Finding Pierce on a crossing route.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Off play action. Richardson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Richardson. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So the sack of Garoppolo,
And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Shaquille Leonard in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well, the lopsided affair finally.
I should have served her